Hello everybody, Bruce Elgord here with a video on arrays in PHP. In a prior movie, I talked about associative arrays in PHP, and in this video, we're going to talk about just plain old arrays. So let's start off. I just have a PHP block here, and I'm going to type a variable called grades. And prior to, I think, PHP 5.4, you could instantiate an array with what you see there, right? Array and then open close paren. And in newer versions of PHP, you can simply instantiate a blank array with the opening and closing square brackets. Okay. Now you can decide to populate your array one value at a time, or you can declare an array, in this case, with stuff in it. So let's just do this. So if I say grades sub 0, and I assign that the value of 100, and then I say grades sub 1, and I say give that the value of 95, right? And then let's just use vardum for a second, because vardum comes in handy, and say display grades for us. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to go to my browser, and I'm going to refresh this page. And I believe this is arrays 1. And you can see here that we have an array. That's what vardump is telling us. It has two elements. In position 0, we have an integer. It has a value of 100. And then in the second element is an integer, and its value is 95. Okay? We could put, just so you can see it a little bit more clearly, right? We can slap and echo with some pre-tags around it, some pre-tags here. Whoops. Okay, so if I go back to Chrome and I refresh, you can see it like we saw it in other videos. So that's how you can populate your array one element at a time. So now I'm just going to comment these out. And now when I instantiate the array, right, I can do something like this. I can say 100, comma 95, comma 20, comma 0, comma 0. Some poor test grades there, right? And then I'll give it a 90 and an 88, right? So if I went to go print out element 0, 1, 2, that would be a 20, right? So let me get rid of this stuff here, right here. Let's comment that stuff out. And then let's just echo out here, echo. And what did I say I wanted to echo out? I wanted to do not a string here, but the variable grades in position 2. So again, 0, 1, 2, that should give us a value of 20. And let's refresh the page. And look at that, we have the value 20. It should not be a surprise. These are concepts you already know. You learned them in Python and possibly other programming classes. So the next thing you want to ask yourself, and I'm just going to comment that out, is how many grades are in that array, right? So I'll just say echo the number of grades in the array, right? In the array is, right? And then I'll put count. It's a function, and inside of that I'll put grades. Okay, and I'll put a semicolon at the end here. Let's see how this works. Ready? Here we go. It says array to string conversion. So what's happening here? What's going on, right? What's going on? It says count array. And it says the number of grades or count array. So what's going on here? What did I do wrong, folks? It's good when Bruce makes mistakes. So should we have done something like this and put that like that and put that like that? Is that the way we should have done it because we were using a function inside of a string? I think so. So let's go here. Let's go back to the page and let's refresh the page. And now we have the number of grades is 7. So if we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 grades. Okay. Now, not to get, I'm not going to go into this in this video here, but check this out. Check this out. I'm on the PHP manual, the documentation, and look at all of the array functions that you have here. Okay? I'm not going to teach you all these. These are things you're going to have to study and learn on your own. Yeah, granted, we used count, right? We used count. I just clicked on it, and that returns the number of elements in an array. But these are different things you may need to do throughout your career and your coursework, right? Because you may need to do things, and you may find that if you read the documentation, that PHP or the developers of PHP may have provided you with the ability to do what you're trying to do. Maybe it's sort an array. Maybe it's the ability to reverse the contents of an array. Just tons and tons of different things for you to do. Okay? So I hope you learned something here with arrays. Again, this is a very rudimentary introduction to arrays. So you should go back and study the video on associative arrays as well as this, because in the next video I'm going to teach you a little bit how to iterate through both associative arrays and arrays using a loop. If you have any questions, let me know.